When you're interested in a woman, it can sometimes be difficult to tell if the feeling is mutual. While she may show some signs of interest, she could also seem closed off or hesitant to get closer to you. This may be because while she likes you, she is also afraid of getting hurt if she opens up too much emotionally. Here are 10 signs that a woman is into you but is scared of getting too attached. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe this channel first to get more valuable insight about dating advice. Now let's get started. Number 1. She opens up to you about personal topics. A significant indicator of a growing connection with her is when she begins revealing more intimate aspects of her life. This could involve discussions about her family, childhood memories, dreams, or fears. This level of openness signifies a burgeoning trust in you and a perception that you're someone she perceives as trustworthy enough to share vulnerable moments with. Her willingness to confide in you denotes a deepening bond, indicating that she values your presence and opinions. However, if she cautiously retreats after sharing personal details, it might be her way of testing the waters to gauge your reliability before revealing more. When she unfolds layers of her inner world, it showcases her desire to establish a deeper emotional connection. This sharing isn't merely about conversations. It's a reflection of her trust and comfort in your presence. It's crucial to respect her boundaries if she hesitates to divulge more, as it could indicate her need for reassurance before opening up further. Understanding her gradual revelations as a testament to her trust can foster a stronger emotional foundation between the two of you. Recognizing these cues demonstrates your sensitivity and empathy towards her emotional boundaries, building a stronger platform for a meaningful relationship to flourish. Number 2. She gets jealous when you talk to other women. An unmistakable sign of her potential interest in you is the flicker of jealousy she might display when observing your interactions with other women. If there's a budding affection, she's likely to feel uneasy or slightly jealous witnessing your attention directed elsewhere. Even if she attempts to conceal these emotions, subtle indicators may manifest, such as frequent glances in your direction or creating reasons to draw your focus away from the other woman. These sentiments of jealousy often stem from her underlying fear of losing your interest or affection to someone else. It's plausible that she hasn't yet mustered the courage to express her own feelings toward you, and the idea of your attention shifting before she articulates her emotions might be unsettling. Her jealousy, although subtle, acts as an unspoken testament to the possibility that she sees you in a different light beyond friendship. It's vital to approach these situations with sensitivity, recognizing the delicate emotions involved. If you notice these signs, it might be an opportune moment to assess the dynamics of your relationship and consider addressing any underlying feelings. However, it's equally important to proceed with care and empathy, acknowledging her emotions without causing discomfort or pressure. Understanding her jealousy as a hint of underlying emotions showcases your perceptiveness and allows for more meaningful and honest communication, potentially leading to a deeper connection between the two of you. Number 3. She sends mixed signals. Navigating through her fluctuating behavior, swinging from warmth and flirtation to sudden aloofness, might seem perplexing. These erratic shifts often stem from a defense mechanism she employs to safeguard her emotions. Her moments of warmth and flirtatiousness are indicative of her genuine liking or attraction toward you. However, the subsequent withdrawal and distance stem from her internal apprehensions about growing too emotionally invested. The fear of vulnerability or getting too close prompts her to retract her warmth intermittently. These mixed signals might puzzle you, but they reflect her attempts to maintain a balance between connection and self-protection. While she enjoys the chemistry between both of you, her intermittent withdrawal shields her from potential emotional hurt. Observing patterns in her behavior becomes essential in deciphering her intentions. When she retreats or distances herself, it's her way of creating a necessary emotional barrier, safeguarding her feelings. Recognizing these moments allows you to approach her with sensitivity, respecting her need for space without misinterpreting her underlying interest. Understanding her oscillating behavior requires patience and empathy. Acknowledging her struggle between forging a connection and guarding her emotions demonstrates your awareness of her emotional complexities. By valuing these nuances, you pave the way for a more considerate and understanding relationship, fostering trust and genuine connection over time. Number 4. She gets scared when things progress. Just when the connection feels promising and a potential relationship seems on the horizon, you might notice a shift in her demeanor, doubtful, anxious, or distant. This change often signifies her discomfort with the pace at which things are evolving. Her apprehensive behavior arises when the relationship appears to accelerate, triggering feelings of unease or uncertainty. Even if she harbors feelings for you, past heartaches or concerns about losing her independence may weigh heavily on her mind, causing emotional turbulence. The onset of doubt or anxiety doesn't necessarily indicate a lack of interest. Instead, it's her way of coping with the escalating emotions. It's crucial to exercise patience and refrain from pushing for swift progression. Rushing things might overwhelm her further and potentially strain the budding connection. Granting her the space and time to navigate her emotions enables her to regain a sense of equilibrium. Encouraging an organic development of the relationship demonstrates your understanding and respect for her apprehensions. Assure her that there's no rush and emphasize the importance of letting things evolve naturally, allowing her the comfort of setting her own pace. Understanding her fears and offering support without imposing expectations cultivates an environment where she feels secure to explore the budding relationship at a pace comfortable for her. This approach fosters a stronger foundation built on mutual respect, trust, and emotional security, nurturing a potential for a more stable and fulfilling connection in due course. Number 5. Your conversations are surface level. Despite frequent conversations, you might notice a persistent trend. Your discussions hover on the surface, lacking depth. Every attempt to delve into more personal or profound topics meets a diversion, leaving you with superficial exchanges. Her reluctance to engage deeply often steers conversations away from emotional territories. Her tendency to keep interactions light signifies her comfort in your company and possibly an enjoyment of the flirtatious banter. However, she sidesteps revealing emotional vulnerabilities, preserving a shield against exposing deeper layers of herself. Her preference for surface-level discussions doesn't necessarily imply disinterest. Rather, it's her way of safeguarding her emotional boundaries. Respecting her inclination to keep talks superficial is pivotal, allowing her the liberty to disclose personal aspects at her own pace. Creating a non-intrusive environment where she feels unpressured to disclose intimate details is crucial. Granting her the space to unfold comfortably nurtures a sense of trust and security. Encouraging deeper conversations subtly and gradually, without exerting force, can pave the way for her to open up naturally. Understanding her need for cautiousness in revealing personal facets showcases your empathy and consideration for her boundaries. By fostering an environment where she feels safe and respected, you pave the way for genuine and meaningful conversations to unfold organically, potentially deepening the bond between both of you over time. Number 6. She rationally explains why a relationship wouldn't work. Her verbalization of reasons why a relationship might not work, phrases like, "we're on different paths," or "I'm tied up with my schedule," might seem like justifications to maintain distance. These explanations often serve as shields, enabling her to create space without directly acknowledging her fear of emotional attachment. While these rationalizations might ring loudly, paying attention to her actions speaks volumes. If she continues to actively engage, making efforts to spend time with you or maintaining regular communication, it signifies an underlying emotional investment, despite her logical justifications. Her articulated reasons may seemingly convey a desire to maintain distance, yet her actions convey a contradictory narrative. It's essential to decipher the contrast between her words and deeds, understanding that her logical explanations might serve as protective layers guarding against potential emotional vulnerability. Observing her consistent efforts to connect despite her stated reasons indicates an emotional attachment that transcends the barriers she attempts to articulate. It's crucial to approach this situation with an open mind, recognizing the complexities she faces in reconciling her emotions and logical reasoning. Acknowledging the disparity between her words and actions showcases your perceptiveness and sensitivity. Respecting her expressed concerns while valuing the effort she invests in maintaining the connection fosters an environment of trust and understanding. This nuanced understanding sets the stage for a deeper understanding of her emotions, potentially paving the way for a more meaningful connection over time. Number 7. She takes a long time to commit. Despite mutual inclinations for exclusivity, you might notice a prolonged delay in formalizing the commitment or initiating the defining the relationship conversation. Instead of perceiving this reluctance as disinterest, it likely stems from her fear of vulnerability and potential heartache. Her hesitation in committing doesn't necessarily mirror a lack of enthusiasm. Rather, it's her way of safeguarding against potential emotional hurt. The prospect of labeling the relationship might intensify the fear of future disappointment, prompting her to delay formalizing the commitment. Her cautious approach emphasizes the significance of patience and the gradual nurturing of trust. Building a solid foundation of understanding and comfort is essential until she feels secure enough to designate you as her boyfriend or girlfriend. Avoiding pressurizing conversations about commitment is crucial. Allow the relationship to evolve organically, giving her the time and space to ease into the idea of a formal commitment. Demonstrating your reliability and unwavering support strengthens the trust between both of you. Embracing her cautiousness with empathy and understanding fosters an environment of emotional safety. Acknowledging her need for time and not rushing the commitment process showcases your respect for her emotions and personal boundaries. By allowing the relationship to mature naturally and patiently navigating her reluctance, you set the stage for a more stable and emotionally secure foundation. This approach nurtures a deeper connection, potentially leading to a more meaningful and committed relationship in due course. Number 8. She keeps physical contact brief. Her inclination for brief physical contact, such as swift hugs or momentary hand-holding, speaks volumes about her comfort zone. However, when physical intimacy prolongs, like lingering embraces or extended cuddling, she might retreat into her shell. Her tendency to shy away from sustained physical closeness signals a personal boundary. This doesn't diminish her feelings towards you. Rather, it reflects her need for space and a slower pace in physical expressions of affection. Approaching physical contact gently and respecting her cues is pivotal. Letting her take the lead in the realm of body language demonstrates your consideration for her comfort and boundaries. Understanding and acknowledging her comfort levels with physical intimacy fosters an environment where she feels respected and valued. Avoid pushing the boundaries of physical closeness. Instead, honor her need for space and gradual progression. Refraining from interpreting her reserved physical contact as disinterest is crucial. Instead, perceive it as a form of communication, her way of setting limits while still expressing affection. Embrace her boundaries with patience and empathy, allowing the relationship to evolve naturally and at a pace comfortable for her. By valuing her physical boundaries and demonstrating respect for her comfort levels, you lay the groundwork for a relationship built on trust and understanding. This approach paves the way for deeper emotional connections, potentially leading to increased physical intimacy over time in a comfortable and mutually respectful manner. Number 9. She often seems distracted around you. At times, her apparent distraction around you isn't rooted in finding you uninteresting. Instead, It stems from the whirlwind of thoughts and worries that consume her mind. Lost in a maze of overthinking, she grapples with uncertainties like, does he genuinely like me? Or, what if I struggle to open up enough? Her distracted demeanor often arises from the grip of anxiety, diverting her attention away from the present moment. Despite her interest in you, the weight of these thoughts becomes a barrier, hindering her ability to fully engage. Reassurance through actions becomes paramount in alleviating her anxiety. Demonstrating your undivided attention and genuine interest in her can counterbalance her distracted state. Show empathy by actively listening and displaying understanding towards her concerns. Steer away from misinterpreting her distractions as disinterest. Instead, acknowledge them as manifestations of her internal struggles. Assure her of your presence and commitment through small, reassuring gestures, emphasizing your desire to connect with her on a deeper level. Creating an environment of emotional safety, where she feels understood and supported, is crucial. Encourage open communication and validate her feelings, demonstrating your willingness to navigate her anxieties together. By acknowledging and addressing her distractions with empathy, you build a foundation of trust and understanding. This approach fosters a supportive space where her worries diminish, allowing for more profound connections and moments of genuine presence between both of you. Number 10. She opens up but then withdraws again. A recurring pattern emerges. She extends emotional openness, only to retract shortly afterward, creating a cycle of sharing and withdrawal. This oscillation stems from her need to recuperate from the vulnerability of opening up. It's crucial not to interpret her withdrawal as a reflection of personal disinterest. Visualize her behavior as akin to a wave, fluctuating in its movement. Just as the tide retreats before returning to the shore, she undergoes phases of emotional closeness and distance. Consistency in your approach becomes paramount during these fluctuations. Avoid taking her temporary withdrawal personally. Instead, perceive it as a part of her emotional rhythm. Your steadfastness during these moments is pivotal. Continue being reliable and present, allowing her to observe your consistency and reliability over time. Consistency in your actions and reactions is instrumental in nurturing her trust. Be patient and understanding during her moments of withdrawal, demonstrating your willingness to wait for her return without pressure or apprehension. Understanding the cyclical nature of her emotional sharing and withdrawal nurtures an environment of trust and security. By acknowledging these phases and remaining a consistent presence, you pave the way for her to gradually build trust and feel more secure in the relationship over time. The takeaway is, don't make assumptions if a woman seems shy about getting closer to you. Take it slowly and focus on building trust. Show her through your dependability and respect that you don't intend to hurt her. As she sees your sincerity, she will gain the confidence to open her heart to you. Be patient and keep communicating, and your connection can gradually grow into something beautiful. Your feedback means the world to us. If you found value in this video, show your support by giving it a thumbs up. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. We're eager to hear from you. Feel free to pass on this valuable advice to friends who might benefit. Additionally, if you'd like to further support our channel, consider using super thanks below. Your support is genuinely appreciated. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.